Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, it's actually going to be episode 1 of a new series that I'm going to be making. And that new series is going to be YEEPS Hardcore. Here's basically how it's gonna go. I start off with 3 lives. Every single time I die, I'm going to lose a life. I will put an indicator on the screen that shows you how many lives I have. Also, I can't have any cotton, as you can see, no cotton. So 1 hit and I'm gone, unless it's to store things. Still, 1 hit and I'm gone. Basically, this is going to rely a lot on the beans mechanic inside of the adventure mode, which is where we are right now. So, a couple more rules is that I can store items, and that will fill up my cotton, but don't worry, if I die, I will make sure that I die. Or if I get hit once, I will make sure that I die. Anyways, I will pop up a couple more rules on the screen right now, so yeah. Anyways, I feel like I want you to shut your mouth. Anyways, well, I did say that this was gonna rely a lot on beans and basically starting from scratch. I have 60,000. So yeah. Time to buy them away. Alright, well, now that I'm actually at 0 cotton and 0 beans, we can actually finally get started with the challenge. And actually, the first thing I want to do is we're just obviously gonna try and get a loot sack. This will be very essential, so let's go ahead and try and get 500. Again, speed up till I get that done. Okay, we finally have exactly 500. We are going to spend that on a loot sack. I really wish there was a setting where you could turn off the gnome speech, because it is starting to get a little bit annoying hearing old man grunting every 5 seconds. That is actually starting to get a little bit annoying. Anyways, I didn't really plan at all, but I believe that we should go over here and get some more stone, as you saw in the beginning of the video. I got some stone. We're gonna get some more. Exactly 5 is over here, and that's gonna actually fill up our bag. There is a bigger bag that we can get, but that actually requires 10,000 beans, and I cannot store it. So I can only use it once in 1 episode, unless I ever make any episodes that are made in multiple play sessions, but that is unlikely. Anyways, I don't even know why I skipped that merchant up there. I'm so attached to this guy. And now some of you may be asking, why in the world are you not selling this for buck coins? You will literally get 2 buck coins. There is no reason to get buck coins. There is literally no reason. And we've got 200 beans now. I feel like we should, where should we go? I am allowed to fast travel, by the way, but that obviously costs a lot of buck coins. 1,000 to be exact. But I'm going to look for an area that we should probably go to. You know what? I think we should go here. obviously don't have enough to fast travel, so we have to take the long route. Oh, wait. Before we actually go there, there's actually a piece of leather up here. Grab that. This is playing music, but I have music turned off, by the way. I'm going to look around for something. I want to look around for another piece of leather. You know what? Actually, yeah, I don't think there's another piece of leather. We should go ahead and sell this one. Leather is not that valuable, but it's good for our current state, as it gives us 40 beans. Oh, by the way, I am allowed to use these right here, but only in the map that they're in. And there's no reason for me to use that, because it's Scotland. But I am allowed to use these if they come from dispensers. If they're free dispensers, which is just click and you get it, then I can use them, but only in that map. Most of them are consumable, which basically means that you can only use it once before having to use them again. But if I paid them with beans and they are not consumables, then I can actually use them in every map. And all for my necessities. Necessities, that's a hard word to pronounce. At least for my level of pronunciation abilities. We're bringing these with us, because they can propel us through the water, and... Oh, right. I forgot. Yeah, that rule's kind of applied just in general. I thought that was a rule I just kind of made up there, but no, that actually, we do actually kind of have to follow that. But let's get out of here quick, because pincer bugs spawn here. Those guys are fast. And I would say that they deal a lot of damage, but obviously, every single mob that deals damage can kill us in one hit, because that is one of our established rules. Alright, well here we are to Ocean Village. I came here for one item, and one item only. Well, not one item only, but one item was in mine. There are a lot of clams around here. So, yeah. And it's through here. There's this little dungeon. Thankfully, all of the mobs in this map are neutral, which basically means that they will never attack first. You have to provoke them. But, finally... Not even finally, that didn't even take that long, but we have gotten a bar of gold. This is really valuable. So yeah, we are going to need it. So yeah, let's go over here. And let's just pop it in there. Boom! 1,000 buck coins instantly. Also, go ahead, do another little speed up. I'm gonna collect all these clams around the map. Alright. Came back with a bunch of clams. Some of them do have pearls in them, so they're gonna give us a lot more. Alright. Now, I am going to collect a couple more things around the map, just like how in Gnome Capital there was just a piece of leather sticking in somebody's house. There's also some just loot hanging around here. Also, I will get to these in a second. I will explain them later. They are going to be very important for this challenge. By the way, those are charms. Those are for item customization. We are not using that at all. So are those. I remember vividly, there was a piece of leather. Oh, no, I don't think these will be that important. No, I don't think that's gonna be important. It's all, potions. I could buy those and drink them, but the effect wouldn't last between maps, and I also couldn't take them between maps, as we've already established. I think the piece of leather that I was talking about, nope, that is a store. Where is that piece of leather? Right here. Leather. And drumbeat. Drumbeat for victory. I think that was the only one. I swear there's more, but I'm not gonna waste my time. You know what? Let's check in here, just in case. Just in case. There's a key. You know what? Let's get to that. In this map, there are these keys. They're scattered around. There's one there, there's one under there, there's one in one of the houses, and there's one at the shipwreck. We're gonna go ahead and collect all of them. Or no, let's only collect this one for now. Alright. Now we've gotten these two keys. Behind this house back here, there is a very cool sandcastle. Very cool sandcastle, indeed. So, let's go ahead and put these two in. Now, that is 2 locks out of 4. Let's go ahead and go find the others. You know what? Cut to the locations and cut to me then putting them in. Alright, so we got Boomer and Zoomer. These guys are really cool, alright? So he's selling this bazooka for 5,000 silver beans, and this guy is selling his shield for 2,500 silver beans. Shield is going to be very essential for combat, alright? Bazooka, also very essential for combat. And since the bazooka is a reloadable weapon and technically consumes cotton, because you have to conjure up missiles with your cotton to put it in there, the initial shot does not consume cotton, but having to get the ammo out does. And this is the only map that I know of where you can buy, rockets, which is the ammo for that. So, I'm also going to add another rule, okay? I can have cotton, okay? I don't need to right now. It'll make deaths way easier just in case I die. But whenever I do get a weapon that does consume cotton, like this, or something like the pellet gun, then I will stock up on cotton and get to 5,000. One hit will still kill me, but I will say for sure that I can have more than 0 cotton if I'm ever using a weapon that consumes stuff. And yeah, I didn't really gain anything there. I just kind of want to show you guys something that we'll be using in later episodes. Not today's episode though. Well, speaking of that, before we figure out our next map, I don't even know why I just now said today. This is not going to be a daily series. Or it may turn out to be one, I don't know yet. But, what I will say for sure is that episodes, this is not going to be a schedule, okay? Episodes are not going to come out on the schedule. That would stress me out. So, these are just going to come back whenever, come back. These will be uploaded randomly, okay? I'm still learning how to edit, so these will come out later. But, if you do want to know whenever new episodes come out, don't you mind hitting that subscribe button there. Very good option. Very good option. You know what? I have no idea what map we're going to next. I want to at least achieve something before ending today's episode. So you know what? I think that we should actually, where should we go? You know what? We should get a life. So I'm not just gonna have 3 lives or less for the entire series. I am going to be able to buy lives. If I have at least 5,000 beans, then I can buy lives. So yeah, if I can buy the bazooka, I can also buy a life, which is basically just buying the bazooka, trashing it immediately, and then just, you know, getting another life. So yeah, let's go to. I don't know where we should go. Where should we go? You know what? I think that we should go to Fantasy Village. Do a cool transition to where I get there. Alright, we've made it to Fantasy Village. Okay. There's a lot to take in here. Fantasy is personally my favorite biome. It's very nice scenery. I love it. And also, I'm not sure if you guys heard that. The audio is probably going to be really low, so that way you guys can hear the background music, but I'm pretty sure you guys hear some honking or snorting or whatever you want to call the sound that pigs make. These guys are hogs. They're cool. Hi, hog. Anyways, they are also neutral mobs, which basically means that they pretty much won't attack you unless you attack them first. That is a very common thing with a lot of mobs. So yeah. Let's find some loot around this map. There's a lot of loot around this map, and we really, really, really want it. Like some of this stuff. This right here, this is cool as well. That key is very cool. Alright, well, we've already have got a lot of resources. By the way, the lighting's gonna get a little bit funky for the next, about next minute or so. So, yeah, it's because it's a sunset in the game. Alright, 2,000 cotton. There is a dealer back here for a dagger, and we can actually go ahead and buy that, but we're not going to. This right here is a purple dungeon key. I will get to that in a later episode. We'll have to stock up on a lot of lives. Right, more stone. What we need. And this guy, he's also gonna be really important. I actually really do like this gadget right here. This map has a lot of useful gadgets. And that potion bottle, that's gonna be very useful as well. And in this map, obviously. So if already stated, there's like a potioneer's tower, an alchemist tower, right? Really cool. But we won't have to use that a lot. A lot of the potions, I believe, are for PvP multiplayer, though. So, and since this is going to be no multiplayer PvP, there will be a couple episodes where we dip into multiplayer lobby. Voice chat will be off, but it would still be nice to see how we interact and see how, you know, people accidentally, like, help me with the challenge. Or accidentally maybe even, you know, put me in danger. I would love to see that. But back to loot getting. We really need some loot. I actually don't think there's any more in this map, though. There are some plants around, but those are used for potion crafting, not for getting loot. So yeah, that's kind of it for this map. I'm not abandoning the goal of getting another life, but I think that's gonna be it for this episode. So yeah.